talk about the business community, it's not just the Chamber of Commerce downtown Chicago. It's not just the commercial club. It's not just the civic committee. It's far more than that. In fact, if you look at the average size business in Chicago, it's very small. Small business is the backbone of the city. It's probably,
We don't have incentives for.
you have no incentives to give to lure a company.
No. We're not a TIF, we don't get SPIF. We do have incentives through our chamber and our SSA. It's minimal, which is a problem when you're trying to develop and compete
Sure.
and grow.
Well, TIF isn't the only source. Here's the thing I would say. TIF's not the, we have to enable you with other means, and we have to work together to come up with other means for you to help those companies. And I think Paul or Ted said, I forgot who it was, you're the front line out there. I mean, when some people were talking about, we don't even have a department that goes out and knows what's going on, so we have to rely upon you to bring these companies in and provide the right environment.
So when the city came in and removed all the parking meters, they never thought about the fact that they were removing all the bike parking. And if we're a city where the current mayor is a big bike person, and that's the direction in which cities are expected to move these days, is towards sustainability, green, environmental initiatives, we've just eliminated 95% of all bike parking by pulling out the parking meters.
We were talking about this in a meeting this morning, is that Lincoln Avenue between Belmont and Diversey is just, it looks blighted almost, and it's in the middle of one of the wealthiest neighborhoods.
That's a robust center over there.
Indeed it is, but the sidewalks are all busted up, the light poles are rusty, and it's pretty sad because we don't get very much attention. That's in the 32nd Ward, and it's just sort of ignored somehow.
So making it easier for our businesses to work with the city is absolutely a priority. For Uptown in particular, public safety is a huge issue. We're dealing with situations in Uptown where you've got gang shootings at 2 in the afternoon on a Wednesday at our busiest intersection at Broadway and Wilson. This is happening often enough for it to be a very serious problem. And now they're talking about reallocating police, out of the north side.
How do you feel about that?
I'm very against that. We have worked so hard to get to where we are to solve some of our public safety issues, but it's a very fragile progress. And if that progress, is affected by reallocating police, which it will be, it'll be a negative effect for us. We will go backwards.
I'm terribly against that. I've said that the answer to the problem isn't shifting from A to B.
No.
It's you have to have the right number of police in the first place.
Absolutely.
Everybody is. Because here's what happens. The minute you take those police out of your area to go to a hot spot,
Right.
your area becomes open.
Right.
And then those problems that you just started to talk about, which may be more or less manageable right now,
Yes.
get out of hand.
Yeah, and
I've got some really good ideas from you about what I can talk about. If you're okay with it, I'm going to boost the profile of these organizations. I'm going to talk about the good work they do because I think this has to occupy a much higher spot on the agenda.